Sometimes in life, we all need help, and that's exactly what you'll get from our next company.
Whether you're talking about the coal industry, iron production, or wood fiber, dust can become a significant problem. We have the solution. Weathersolve Structures, an innovative company with a real answer to your safety, your compliance to environmental laws, and your pocketbook. Globally, we are becoming increasingly aware of the need to protect the environment. Weathersolve Structures is playing a key role in working with industrial companies around the world to help them comply with new and stricter environmental protection laws. Wind both causes and spreads dust. Weathersolve Structures, a company with over 30 years' experience in wind fences, developed a new wind fence system suitable for industrial situations. One such wind fence can be found in Bahrain at the GIIC pelletizing plant.
The problems with dust control are basically fourfold. Dust that is getting in people's lungs, dust that is getting in the environment, dust that is getting in machinery, and perhaps the most unexpected on that is the dust is actually very valuable and it's better to be on the stockpile rather than outside the complex. The full-out fence at GIIC controls the dust with an upwind component and a downwind component. The upwind part of the fence slows the wind so that the wind doesn't pick the dust up off the stockpile. By slowing the wind to 40%, we reduce the amount of dust leaving that stockpile to under 10%. Miraculous thing. Then the second part is the downwind part, so any dust that does get picked up by the wind is now kept within the perimeter of the fence. So two parts, upwind and downwind, and no dust.
Built for toughness and durability, Weathersolve's GIIC fence is made to blend into the landscape, yet still stand up against the strongest of windstorms.
This fence has been very carefully engineered. Each and every component of the fence has been engineered to stand to the strong winds and to make sure that when the wind blows, people can sleep at night. The cables have been tested over cycles of hundreds of thousands to make sure that all that repeated loading is not going to do any damage. The other component of this windbreak are these stress release clips. And these stress release clips are carefully designed so that if the wind speed should exceed our design limits, then instead of anything breaking seriously, the clips release, the fabric furls up so that it's fluttering in the wind, and then after the storm has passed it can be reclipped and everything is back functioning the way it ought to be. The wonderful thing about this fence is the distance apart of the poles, 100 feet apart, which is much further apart than other windbreaks. What that does is lets us go much higher because we can build these really strong poles.
We at Full-Out, as a shareholder, really proud to work with international professional company Weathersolve to build the largest and the first windbreaker in the world, which is about 2.5 kilometers and is about 20-meter height. And I'm sure that will be as an initiative for many companies to follow. So we'd like to thank Weathersolve as an international company to help us to protect the environment.
Because weather can't be controlled, and now more than ever, the environment needs protection, there is Weathersolve Structures, the world's greatest in dust protection.